Hello, everyone. I'm Danielle with Trinity Readings. We are going to do the Virgo Weekly Tarotscope. This will be for November 15th through the 22nd. Okay, we are going to get some oracle cards for you to see what your overall energy for the week will be, any guidance you need to hear, and then we'll get to your tarot. Okay, so, your overall energy for the week is throat chakra. So this is about communication. This is saying that communication is going to be very important to you this week. It's a message to kind of speak your truth. It's also a message to pay attention to any communication that's coming towards you this week that's going to be very important. It's also, it's also a reminder to, that communication is not just about what we're saying. It's about, how well we're listening to other people as well. But I do feel that the message here is that there is something that needs to be communicated. There's some important communication that needs to be had. You do have anxiety and you do have the deceit card here. So this is somebody who's really worried about something. This is somebody who is worried that something isn't what it seems, but it also seems to me that both of these people in the picture are not communicating anything. You do have the woman holding the coin card, which is representing something of value in your life. It represents honoring yourself, honoring your needs. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more and see. It definitely feels that just overall you're having a lack of trust in the stability of something. It could be that there's a situation that you're dealing with that nothing is really being communicated. Let's see, what's the anxiety about? It could also be a message about paying attention to what you're communicating to yourself. How are you talking to yourself? If you are, constantly having that perception or those thoughts of yourself about being unworthy, or not having what you need, if you're continuously focused on what you don't have, that you're manifesting more of that in your life. And this could be simply about just changing your thought process and your communication to yourself to more of what's important to you, what you value in yourself. You are definitely dealing with a situation that you're very uncertain about. It could be a situation that has just been a consistent difficulty in your life, a situation that you can't seem to get on solid ground. It could be, give me one more. Something is definitely out of balance. And if this is about a relationship, there's definitely an imbalance of give and take in the relationship. This could also be that you feel like you don't have a lot of time to deal with your work and your love life, or your work and your emotional life, but something's definitely out of balance. This could be also within your finances. You could feel that you're really struggling with trying to keep things solid within your finances. I feel like for some of you, this uncertainty, this anxiety has to do with somebody that you're connected to. You can't really quite figure out if this person is just kind of in it for fun or if they're actually very serious. I do feel that you're looking more towards a serious commitment right now or something solid in your life. Um, And you feel like this person that you've been dealing with has been taking things very lighthearted. So for most of you, this is about a love relationship or a very significant decision that you're trying to make in your life. It's something that you've been dealing with that has not been balanced. It has not been very stable. I think that for a lot of you, you feel that the person that you're dealing with is just not taking things very seriously. It might even appear to you that this relationship seems to be more sexual than anything, or that they're just in it for fun, that they're not really making any decision when it comes to any emotional aspect of the relationship or any stability in the relationship. The woman holding the coin card is a message to acknowledge your own worth and acknowledge your own value. The death card represents kind of, that you've kind of gone through this change. You're kind of ready for a higher level of commitment, for something more stable in your life. And so the throat chakra card and the Three of Pentacles cards represents your desires, what you would like to happen within this connection, your desire to have something more solid, to work together with another person or work together in this connection. Give me a couple more on the overall guidance. It's important how you're communicating to this person right now. Because the communication with this person in the past, although you might think that you might think that it should be very obvious to this person what you want, but you might not be really getting your point across with this person, or it might even be that this person is not accepting what you're communicating. It seems like the communication between the two of you, it's like when it comes to communicating about anything serious, it's like you guys kind of maybe beat around the bush and around, within this. It is like there's somebody that's had some kind of walls up, or you might even perceive this person to be as someone that you can't really communicate anything of depth, of importance to. But I think overall, it's important that you shift the way you're communicating with this person and really communicate your truth. If you are desiring a relationship with this person, it seems like they're, maybe they're just not taking the hint, or maybe they genuinely aren't ready for something serious, but it's important for you to acknowledge what you want and express what you want and also stand firm on that. And again, if this is not a romantic relationship, if this is work related, or if this is, something that you've been dealing with for a long time, I think a lot of times that when you're a very empathic person, when you're a more intuitive person, you tend to really pay attention to what other people's needs are. You tend to read between the lines when it comes to what people are showing you. And I think that we expect for people to see the same in us. We expect that people are going to kind of, understand what we need, but a lot of times people are not on that same level. A lot of times people perceive things in a different way. And also, this might be something that you have expressed to this person before, and so you assume that it's just kind of common knowledge, but it's important to continuously express what your needs are. All right, so let's go further and see what else we have. Okay, so what is your energy coming into the week? Yeah, the Seven of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're feeling very defensive. You're feeling very on guard. Give me one more. You could also be feeling very like the person that you're connecting with is kind of like blocked you out. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands, you could be like blocking communication, or you could feel blocked from communication from another person. You could also be kind of standing your ground on where you want to move forward. The Six of Cups. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. You're definitely feeling very defensive within your communication. You could be dealing with somebody who maybe the communication is very passionate. This could be somebody from your past. This could be somebody that you feel is a soulmate. But there's some kind of struggle within the communication. There's not really a lot of emotions that are being expressed. You're trying not to deal with this in in an emotional way. But I definitely feel that you're feeling even that this person is not communicating to you in the right way, or they're blocking out some aspects of communication. I kind of feel like you kind of feel like maybe even shunned by this person. And so you're even maybe questioning whether you should kind of leave this behind altogether, or whether you should try to work together with this person. All right, let's see what's coming towards you this week. You do have the Eight of Swords, so I think that you're just feeling very restricted in what you can do with this connection. I do feel that you feel like you really don't have any options. It could even be that you kind of opened up and expressed something to this person, and you feel like they've just kind of left you high and dry, like they're not really acknowledging it. You could even feel that you have like really exposed a lot of yourself, like you really feel very vulnerable, and it seems like they're not really acknowledging it. But you do have the Four of Wands, and you have the Justice card. Okay, so what does the Eight of Swords represent? The Temperance card. And the Star card. Okay. I kind of feel that maybe you're just kind of surrendering to this. Because the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Temperance card and the Star card. If you look at the Eight of Swords, this is somebody who's just like kind of hung out to dry. Like there's nothing else this person can do. But the Temperance card and the Star card is about kind of trusting in the process, divine timing. This is also wish fulfillment. You have the Four of Wands clarified by the Page of Cups. So, the Four of Wands does represent that soulmate connection. The Page of Cups does represent an apology. Now, keep in mind the Page of Cups is very lighthearted. It's very new. You have the Justice card clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So this does represent, in essence, it's kind of a message that you've really done everything that you can do. The Eight of Swords is somebody who, again, somebody who just feels very restricted. In this deck in particular, to me, it's somebody who genuinely is very restricted. Like you've kind of put everything out on the line. Like there's really nothing, if you look, there's nothing that this person can really do to get out of this situation. Except just kind of trust the process and go with the flow. Now, if this is a soulmate connection, a twin flame connection, the Four of Wands and the Justice card and the Wheel of Fortune does represent that things are coming together in divine timing. Trust in the laws of karma. The Justice card also represents the need for balance. Um, if you feel that you've been the one giving and giving and giving in this connection without any return, then there is a need for balance. There is a need for you to give more of that love to yourself and focus more on your own needs first. Um, Even if like it comes to like expressing emotions, if you feel that you're the one expressing emotions and not getting that in return, then it's important for you to kind of pull back and allow this person, you know, let this person express more to you. Um, what is actually happening within this connection this week? What's physically, communication-wise happening in this connection this week? You have the Empress card. This is about unconditional love. This is about focusing on manifesting. It's about focusing on your own desires. It does also represent emotional healing. You have the Page of Wands and the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So in some regard, I do feel that this person is still in your surroundings. They are still in your presence, but there are two pages here. So if you are looking for a serious commitment, I don't feel that this person is necessarily offering that to you right now. They seem to be very grounded and set in their own needs, their own ways right now. The Queen of Swords represents kind of standing in your truth again and really communicating what you want. And I think that's part of the message here as well. It's important to focus on what you're communicating. If you're allowing this very lighthearted communication, but under the surface, you have so much to say, it's important for you to kind of express your needs in this. There's a cycle that has been kind of repeating itself in this connection for quite some time. And so it's important for you to do what you can to shift the cycle, and it does involve communication. The Empress card is about focusing on your needs. It's focusing on unconditional love. Let's see what guidance we have for you on this. Okay. You have the Ten of Wands as your overall energy. So this represents being overwhelmed, feeling burdened, feeling very weighed down, feeling, taking on a lot of responsibility too. You do have that followed by the Six of Wands, which is success. So the Ten of Wands does represent the need to kind of release a burden. It does also represent kind of coming to the end of something difficult. You have the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. It's important for you to acknowledge that these cards kind of represent that there is a mirroring aspect in this. You do have the Moon card, which represents a level of uncertainty. So first and foremost, it's important for you to acknowledge what it is that you want in this connection, what it is that you're wanting overall. The Two of Pentacles is saying, again, that the situation has been repeating itself over and over and over. The Two of Wands is somebody who's just not sure of the path that they want to take, who feels stuck at a place in their life. You do have the Fool card, which is about taking your chances, taking a leap of faith. So I think overall it's important for you to acknowledge what it is that you want. If you are wanting a solid commitment, and this person, and you've communicated it to this person, and this person is not accepting that, for you to remain in the connection or, allow it to remain in the same place, you're not accepting you're accepting it on their terms, basically. And so in essence, you're not letting yourself make the decision that you need to make. But I think first and foremost, there's a need for you to really acknowledge what you need, because I do feel in some regards that there's a path that you're wanting to take for yourself. There's a direction that you are wanting to go within your life. And it's almost like you're waiting for this person before you take that step forward. And I feel that it's important for you to take that step forward regardless. Let me see what this says. Yeah, this represents having a really strong desire for something within yourself, outside of this relationship. It could be within your job and career. And if it's not, if it's this relationship in general, I think this is a message for you to acknowledge what exactly it is you want in this relationship and be willing to communicate that. Because it seems as if the communication between the two of you is not very clear. It's even possible that you're kind of maybe whether you realize it or not, you're holding back a level of communication. You're holding back speaking something to this person and waiting for them to communicate it to you. And again, it could be that you feel that you have communicated this to this person in the past, and maybe it wasn't accepted in the past, and it's kind of maybe remained at this friendship level. And so I think that maybe that could be part of the problem. That you're perceiving this person as not taking you seriously, but they're perceiving the same thing. Because with the Four of Pentacles, that's holding back. That's holding yourself back. That's holding on to a burden. And, and it could be even that there's something that you've wanted to express to this person that you've held on to. Maybe you're holding on to all of this responsibility. What action is this person taking towards you this week? Four of Swords. They're not really communicating. And when they are, it's very lighthearted. They're trying not to acknowledge any emotions in this. They're just trying to keep things very playful. But with the Five of Swords, there is kind of this very, there's some kind of disconnect between the two of you. There's some kind of tense energy between the two of you. There maybe has been a disagreement in the past. Maybe they're worried about expressing certain things to you because they feel like you will be angry, or they feel like there has been tension between you two in the past. What are their intentions and desires in this connection? The Chariot. They do want to move forward. They're determined to get something going in this connection. Let's keep going. The Knight of Wands, the Prince. They're wanting to take action. They're wanting to take some sort of action. They're wanting to communicate. But they're also wanting to feel very certain. With the Two of Wands, I feel that they feel blocked. Give me one more. They feel overwhelmed as well. There's something that they want to communicate to you as well. And they, to some extent, feel that you're not going to accept any offer that they bring to you. So they're wanting to move something forward. They're also kind of maybe at this place where they're wanting to know whether they should try to proceed with a relationship with you, whether they should try to communicate with you, or whether they just need to move forward. What are their underlying feelings for you? They they do seem to have love for you. They do seem to have a lot of affection for you. They kind of see you in a very high regard. They see a really positive future with you. Um, one more. But there's a level of uncertainty about you. Um, Maybe this is a connection that really hasn't ever gotten to be a stable relationship in the past. They are kind of uncertain. They have a lot of feelings that maybe they're just not sure of. Give me one more. 10 of Cups, but I think that they genuinely do have a lot of love for you. They see a lot of potential in you, but it's almost like they just aren't sure where they stand. How are you perceiving them? Judgment, 9 of Swords. Yeah, you also feel that there's a lot that needs to be said in this, but it's almost like you both are kind of holding back. What action do you need to take? Death card, 2 of Cups, King of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. You both have been holding back. You both have been, having this desire for something in this relationship. But I do think that maybe this is something that has been approached in the past and there was uncertainty around it and it wasn't accepted the way you wanted it to. But I think it's important for you to understand that this person is wanting the same thing and they're feeling the same amount of uncertainty that you are. You have the 2 of Cups and the King of Wands. This is about having confidence in this connection. The 2 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, again, is about kind of letting go of that uncertainty and having confidence and seeing success in this. The King of Swords is about communicating your truth. So I think that you both have been, in some regard, holding back, not really letting not really letting the other person see too much in you because you're both kind of waiting to see where you stand with the other person. And so I think it is important for you to acknowledge what you want within this connection and be willing to communicate that to this person, because you're both holding back. You're both holding on to a lot of burdens in this connection, and it's creating a lot of resentment. It's creating a lot of tension between the two of you that I think is very unnecessary, because I think there is a really beautiful connection here. Any final messages for you? Yeah, you're both suffering in silence, and you're both allowing very little minor things to bother you because you both kind of lack this level of trust. You both have been through difficult relationships in the past. When it comes to taking that step to kind of acknowledge the change needed in this connection, to step to maybe the commitment level that you want, that's where you both are struggling. But there's got to be, I think you're both scared to kind of take that leap of faith or to open up to this because you're fearful that it will end it all together. Yeah, this is a really good connection though. Yeah. It's just a lot of unknown. You guys are really struggling with the unknown aspect of this. You both are very kind of set in your ways. You both are probably very practical. You both see things in a very logical way. It's kind of about trusting in the unknown and taking that step forward. Yeah. It's important, again, that you take a moment right now and really acknowledge what it is that you want in this connection. it's almost like this is being held on to out of a place of fear. It's being, you're staying in this energy of the connection out of a place of fear, and it's important to kind of get back to that childlike faith in this, that innocence, feeling good about yourself, feeling confident in yourself, understanding that no matter what happens, that you can have confidence in yourself. You do have this card that you are protected. It might be that you feel that acknowledging something about this relationship means that it's gonna bring a big, huge change in your life that maybe you feel unprepared for. So it's important to feel in balance in this before you take that step forward. But communication is important, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm sending you guys much love. Bye bye.